Hey guys, this is Soumitra and you are watching my YouTube channel Medico Soumitra. So today I'm gonna discuss about the ego defense mechanism. You all very well known, right? Regarding ego defense mechanism. So let's see each one. So today we'll see introduction, defense mechanism and examples. What are the different sort of examples in ego defense mechanism? So we'll see one by one. First we'll see introduction, right? So what is defense mechanism? Defense mechanism can be adaptive and help people to lower anxiety to achieve goals in an acceptable way. Can be maladaptive and lead to distortions in reality and self-deceptions. So defense mechanism can be adaptive. Obviously it need to be adaptive and help people to lower the anxiety to achieve goals. If the people those that don't have ego defense mechanism, they are psychologically ill, they are mentally ill, they could be recognized the unhealthy people, right? So if it is maladaptive and lead to distortions in reality and self deceptions. Now we'll see different sort of defense mechanisms, right? Denial, repressions, regressions, displacement, sublimations, projection, conversion, then undoing, intellectualizations, compensations, reaction formations, rationalization, suppression, and fixations. There are lots of ego defense mechanisms beyond those things, beyond these lists. Okay, but I have picked the most commonest one. Okay, so let's talk about the different sort of ego defense mechanism. First we'll see denial in the sense it's a kind of ego defense mechanism where the individual will not accept particular thing. Suppose a loss of a people to a family member which is unacceptable to the mother, that is like mother don't want to accept that one of her family member has died, right? So it's a unacceptable or like deny to accept the truth, that is the denial. But here what I gave the example, like a smoker doesn't believe that he is suffering with the lung cancer, obviously. So a smoker which is having a habit of smoking, right? So he doesn't want to believe that he is having lung cancer, right? Then next we'll see repression. A young child forgets being bitten by a dog but develops a phobia of dogs as he gets older. So in repression, a young child forgets being bitten by a dog but develops a phobia of dogs as he gets older. So in subconscious mind, the individual or young child who has been bitten by the dog, because of the biting of the dog he got phobia. Okay, but whenever age is getting increased, age his age is increasing, but still the phobia of bitten of dog still in his mind, right? That is a kind of ego defense mechanism. Next we'll see the regression means it's a kind of state where the individual will try to come his previous or former state, right? So in regression, what we'll see in regression, we'll see the example like a child may begin to suck their thumb again or wet the bed when they need to spend some time in hospital. So what is happening in this defense mechanism? So a child is trying to being like the infant or the neonate stage or the like toddler stage, right? Where the child started sucking their thumb again or wetting the bed again when they need to spend some time in hospital, right? So that is the regression defense mechanism. Now we'll see the displacement. So displacement is a kind of defense mechanism where the individual replacing or displacing his anger or some emotions from the high things to lower things. Like example is, suppose one a husband who got see the example. Someone who is frustrated by his or her boss at work may go home and shout upon his wife. So this is a example of displacement, right? So someone who is frustrated by his or her boss at work may go home and shout upon his wife. This is the displacement. Then next we'll see the sublimation. Sublimation, what we'll see? A sport is an example of putting our emotions into something constructive. So here we can give some other example. Suppose one woman who recently got broke up with some in relationship. Okay, so all her emotions she can put in together and make it make it useful for some constructive, like for building herself or uh, for building her own potentiality, like that. Okay, so this is a kind of sublimation, where this is a kind of a defense mechanism where the individual can put all the emotions to build some to find some constructive. Okay, then we'll see the projection. In the projection defense mechanism, we can see like blaming. Simply we can say blaming. It's a kind of defense mechanism of blaming. You might have know, in hospital sectors, the uh, doctors are used to do very usually, right? Suppose anything goes wrong with the patient, and they can simply blame to the nurse who is working under him or her, right? Because this is their defense mechanism. Understood? Then we'll see the conversion. In the sense, what do you mean by conversion? Conversion means like it is converting from one state to another, right? So what is happening in this ego defense mechanism? The expression of an intrapsychic conflicts as physical symptom. Suppose one individual having no fear to the exam, one boy, class student. So a student who is having fear to the exam can be converted that fear into a symptom like physical symptom like fever. That is a conversion defense mechanism. Next we'll see the undoing. So undoing in the sense, a daughter shouted at her father for some reason. Later, she brought a gift for her father. So whatever the mistake that she done, okay, she getting regret and try to do undo, like she have not done it yet before, like that. So because a daughter shout at her father for some reason, later she brought a gift for her father, like she trying to pretend that she didn't do anything. That is the meaning of undoing. Okay, so she did something that she is very regretting. She is regretting that she done some wrong thing. Okay, because of that only she uh, brought a gift for her father. This is the undoing. Then intellectualization is a kind of defense mechanism where the all emotions of an individual can be hidden, right? Take an example, a brutal car accident incident, one can control his emotions by not crying. So it is a kind of emotional control defense mechanism, right? Intellectualizations. Then compensation. What is the meaning of compensation? Compensation means like compensating. So you want something to make successful, but it didn't happen because of some reason, whatever so reason, but you want to compensate it by doing something else, right? So we'll see the example. One who failed to score good mark in study can compensate by become champion in running sport, right? So one individual, one student who didn't score a good mark in study but can compensate by become champion in running sport. This is the compensation defense mechanism. Then we'll see the reaction formation. An unacceptable motive as changed due to the exact opposite. Suppose one sibling who is very jealous and who is hating his another sibling, but because of the situational demand, no, the sibling who is hating the other sibling can show some love and affections to the opposite sibling. Understood? This is the reaction formation, right? An unacceptable motive has changed due to the exact opposite, right? This is the reaction formation. Then we'll see the rationalization. So here the individual or the man in the protection, in the ego defense mechanism, he will try to rationalize, like rationalize his things. A student who failed to score good mark, showing reason for it. This is the rationalization, like why he got failed, why he didn't get good mark, he is showing the reason. Then we'll see the suppression defense mechanism. Someone who doesn't want to think about the childhood abuse and avoids connecting with the people. So suppression means it's a suppressing the things, or like the incident, or like trauma what has happened in previously in her or his life, right? So in her subconscious mind, a trauma happened. Because of that only trauma, she doesn't want to connect with the people, right? So someone who doesn't want to think about their childhood abuse and avoids connecting with the people. Then we'll see the fixation, thumb sucking continuously till adult age, like it's fixed. It's a kind of defense mechanism where the character, or like the characteristics of an individual, will be fixed till the adult age. So thumb sucking is a milestone of a child age, right? So it could be continuous or it could be attached with the adult age, up to adult age, right? So these are the defense mechanism that I explained regarding. If you didn't understand anything, please pause the video and you can play the video again, right? And thank you. You can, if you really like this video, please subscribe this channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.